I'd reached the far end of the churchyard where a gate let out onto a flight of wooden steps that ran down a ravine to one of the town's rivers. As I placed my hand on the gate, I noticed movement down by the river. I stilled my hand and watched. A group of townspeople, some of whom I now recognized as the shopkeeper, the server, the young mother, the garage owner, and a few others, strangers still to me, were gathered at the river's edge. Each of these people held something in their arms. They held, and I could hardly believe it myself, the grass talismans I had woven with so much care and attention. A man I did not recognize, the preacher, perhaps? Or priest? What word did they use here? Spoke a few indistinct words. The rest responded as a group. Someone handed him a spade, and he began to dig into the soil upon which they all stood. He dug for a long time, deeply, a hole whose edges met at right angles, just so. By the time he had finished, it was getting dark, and I felt the stiffness in my body, in my hand that rested still on the gate. Hours must have passed. The others helped the preacher out of the ground. He wiped his brow, straightened himself, and uttered a single, unintelligible word. The rest turned as one and flung the grass dolls into the pit. They took it in turns to throw shovelfuls of the silty soil on top of the dolls, one by one, until the hole was filled once more, until it had become a small mound. The group stood in silence, in the twilight, with their heads bowed. It was a perplexing ritual, so laden with potential meaning it was difficult to discern whether it might constitute a blessing or a curse.